Alright, here we go with Pandemic of Maeve US versus the Twin Dragons, Valiona and Theralion. So this fight is obviously a two-phase fight. One phase, Valiona's on the ground and Theralion's up in the air. And second phase, it's switched around. When Valiona is on the ground, the big thing to watch out for is she'll cast a debuff on a random player called Blackout. Blackout will act a little bit like the debuff on Jiraxis in that it absorbs healing, and once it's absorbed the max amount of healing, it will go away. However, it can also be dispelled normally like any other magic. You want to be careful about the timing of the dispel though, because it will deal a very large amount of damage split between anybody within given range. So that's why you see us stacking up here on top of the tank, and that's just to split the damage. So even with 10 people stacked up, it's bringing us down to about half health. You also want to spread out otherwise, because the fireballs being rained down on top of you will hit people nearby. Also watch out for Devouring Flames. It's pretty easy to avoid, just kind of go to the other side of her. If you can't get, if you're really far away from Valiona, just run away. It actually does less damage the further away you are. So the phase transition is on a timer. When the transition is starting, Theralion will shoot down those big void zone things. Stay out of them. They do a lot of damage and are just generally bad things. Now that we're in phase 2, Theralion's on the ground. Get out a quick B-res there. And you want to stack up into two groups for this. And that is because the fireballs that Valiona shoots down are actually meteors, in that they split the damage between everyone. The reason you want to split into two groups, though, instead of just one, is because of these void zones that Theralion is spawning. They cast on a random target, and they do a lot of damage, so move out of them ASAP. The other thing he casts is Engulfing Magic. There, he just cast it on Baby Girl, our mage, and this is exactly like well, not exactly, but it is very similar to the debuff you get on Syndragosa on Heroic Mode, in that whenever you cast a spell, it will deal damage to everyone around you. Now, we've found out that this is actually a little bit more punishing than that, because it's whenever you deal damage or heal or whatever. So a Resto Druid that just cast Wild Growth and has hot sticking on everyone, that's going to blow people up really fast. So you got to make sure to get away from everybody if you get that debuff on you. Now, the phase transition this time, Valiona will do a Deep Breath, similar to Onyxia, or I guess Felmist is a little bit more accurate, because she will cover exactly 1/3 of the area in breath. Now, the Void Zone thing that Theralion did, and this Deep Breath that Valiona does, neither of them actually will kill you outright, which is kind of an interesting mechanic. What they will also do is send you into, like, Twilight World or something like that, and it's the same area, basically, except instead of having the dragons there, there's a bunch of little energy balls flying around, and they will kill you really quickly. So you need to find a portal, it looks sort of like a mage portal, and go through that to get out of the Twilight Realm. And now that we're back to Valiona, it's just rinse and repeat. If you can survive both phases, then you'll get this down. There is a Berserk timer, but we've never even gotten close to it. We recommend starting with Valiona first. You can start with either dragon if you wish, but Valiona we found is considerably easier. You don't have to worry about moving around for the void zones or the engulfing magic. You really just need to worry about that blackout and then the breath, both of which are fairly easy to deal with. And if your DPS is high enough, you'll really only go through 3 phases. So we prefer to have Valiona up more often than Theralion. Yeah, once again, just stay out of void zones. They are bad. Oh, the phase transitions are really difficult because there can still be a blackout right at the end or a void zone or engulfing magic right at the end, but you still should be able to deal with it pretty easily. And there we go.